Pay attention. The video shows a guy freezing to death on the street after getting drunk. When people found him, his body was already stiff. His clothes had been stripped down to short sleeves and underwear. It's logical that a person who is freezing should wrap his clothes tightly around his body and huddle together to keep himself warm. But strangely enough, almost every person who froze to death took off their clothes before they died. What's the reason for this? It turns out that these people had a common form of hypothermia. We know that the normal body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius. If the body temperature is lower than 35 degrees Celsius, then we will suffer from hypothermia. Our body shivers and trembles uncontrollably to release heat, to maintain our body temperature. If at this time we can't get out of the cold, the body may have to redistribute its heat. The reason why some people take off their clothes before freezing to death. In fact, it has a lot to do with our brain. When the body is in a cold environment for a long time, the body may become stiff. The superficial blood vessels will also contract. At this time, the human body decisively abandons the brain and prioritizes the heart. Due to the lack of heat and oxygen to the brain becomes fuzzy. In this state, the body will release a lot of energy in a short period of time. The blood in the body will quickly return to the limbs. The blood vessels will start to expand for the second time. The brain feels very hot all of a sudden and sends instructions to the body to cool down. And in this case of severe hypothermia, people will experience paradoxical undressing. That is, those who are about to freeze to death will take off their clothes and increase the risk of cardiac arrest, and eventually die with a smile on their face. That's why most people who freeze to death are naked.